So you ain't gonna stop until the pain gets great. You ain't gonna stop until the pain outweighs the pleasure. When the pain gets unbearable, where you can't stand it anymore, then you might think about stopping. Right? Whatever it is that you're doing that's altering your life, when that pain from doing that thing gets so great, then you might think about stopping. Let's talk about drugs for a minute. So I know that we usually get involved with drugs for a whole number of reasons, man. Like, maybe trauma. We had some traumatic experience and it's causing us to have these memories of it or causing us to react a certain way when certain things happen, and we drink because of that trauma. Or we've lost somebody that we love dearly. We seem like we can't live our life without that person. We drink. We done got our heart broke, somebody that we loved for years and they done went off with somebody else and our heart is broken. Now we want to drink because we don't want to feel that pain. We don't want to feel that uncomfortable feeling that we feel when we think about these people. So we drink, right? Or we're sad, or we feel incompetent, we feel less than, our self-esteem is low, or we're angry, or we're frustrated. Whatever that feeling is that's overwhelming to us, we try to run from that feeling by using a substance. Whether it's alcohol, whether it's weed, whether it's dope, whether it's a pill, whether it's crack, whatever it is, it's usually, the antecedent is usually one of those feelings, right? And it causes us, it's like a near catastrophe, right? We are nearly killed, or if we're not actually killed, we are nearly killed by indulging in this thing, trying to run from our reality, trying to run from how we feel, right? So until when we start to get some medical issues, like maybe our liver done got hard, or we got cirrhosis of the liver, or we having some internal problems based on our drinking, then we might think about stopping, right? When we smoking a whole lot of weed and our lips done turn black and our fingers are all yellow and we can't pay our phone bill because we want to get a dub, right? When we can't go to the manicurist and get our nails done and our feet done because we got to get our 2 bags of weed. When we $40 short on the rent, because we wanted to get our weed, then all of those things happen. We might think about stopping. Right? We're not even talking about the hard stuff. We're not talking about the crack yet, and the heroin, and the Oxycontins, and the Percocets. Because when that starts to happen, we start to use that, and we're starting to cover up our reality with that, then it becomes, we can do things that cause us to go to jail. Or cause us to be totally degrade ourselves. We're not going to stop, man, until the pain gets great. When we start to realize that our life is absolutely unmanageable, when we become homeless, when we become damn near dead, then we think about stopping. When we become derelicts, man, even smoking weed make us derelicts, man. We ain't going to stop, man. Until those things start to happen to us, then we might consider that we got a problem. But that's the hit. Once we realize we got a problem, then we can do something to stop it. Then we can do something to manage the problem, right? We can do something to help us not do what it is that we've been doing to cover up how we feel. It's a process. But we can do it. We can do it. We first have to admit that this is a effing problem. This is a problem. I'm killing myself. If I'm not killing my literal life, I am suffering and killing myself spiritually. I'm dying. Once I make that admission, that fact, then I become willing to do something different. Then I'll do something different. Then I'm willing to maybe go to a rehab or a detox and get myself together, get some clarity, get away from that thing for a minute. And then once I get away from that thing, then I got to realize that I need another coping skill. Alcohol ain't doing it for me. You know, alcohol ruins my life when I use that as a coping skill. Weed ruins my life, man. I become a derelict, man. When I'm smoking all that weed, trying to take care of my life, man, I just can't do it. So I know I can't do that. I can't drink alcohol. I can't dump a Percocet. I can't smoke weed. I can't smoke crack. I can't shoot dope. I can't do any of that stuff. If I want to live. If I want to have a certain quality of life, and if I want to stay above ground, I got to find another coping skill. First, I got to admit that I got a problem. Then I got to become willing, and if I need to go somewhere, I need to go that place, and get the medical attention that I might need, you know, or get that kind of attention where I can just rest my mind for a second and get some clarity, and then I can start to think about doing something different. Replacing that drug with some actual coping skills, like consequential thinking, like prayer, like positive self-talk, like some breathing exercise. Whatever I need to do to avoid that thing is what we're gonna have to do. But we can do it. We can do it. You know, whatever the motivation is that makes us wanna do it, we can do it. You know, we got to look at our children who don't know what is going on with us. We got to look at our children, man, and make that a motivation as to why we stop doing what we're doing and get some help and gain some new coping skills and get our lives back together. The children can be a motivation. Actually, I got to do it for me first, but my children can be a motivation. You know, we want them to hold our hand, man, and tell everybody they walking down the street with us, this is my daddy. Look at my daddy. Look at my mommy. You know, we want our parents, man, who we done hurt and broke their heart so bad, man. We want them to grab us around our neck, man, and kiss our forehead and hug us tight. And tell them about how much they love us, man, and how proud they are of us. Let that be the motivation. Let that be the motivation as to why we change our life, why we put that thing down. We can do it. We can do it. Stay grounded. Stay focused.